Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run. Episode 69. This is a good playthrough, you have to admit. I'd be looking forward to Wild Arms 2. I'd be looking forward to Wild Arms 2 as well. How's it going, everyone? We've basically completed Hasango. We just have to go through, like, the denouement. We have to head back to Deadfire and talk to Onakaza and everything like that. But before that, we have a conversation with Maya.
Captain, a word?
Sure. Yes, Maya?
What, did Ishi defecate in your favorite helmet or something? You've spoken to Aethys, which means you know what we're up against. If the fleet sailed up to him and fired every cannon at once, I imagine we'd have a fighting chance at taking a chip off his kneecap.
Maybe.
There's no stopping him, is there?
Who says we need to stop him?
If that's a joke, it's a poor one.
She sighs away some of her tension, rolling her shoulders and cracking her neck.
I suppose there's a certain appeal to recognizing the inevitable. We don't have to waste our breath trying to stop it.
This thing on my face that's fucking with me. Yeah, it's called your face. Care to elaborate on that?
It reminds me of the first time I shot to kill.
Maya folds her arms and grins. Thoughtful, Shodi rubs a knuckle along the edge of her jaw. Gotta hear this.
There he stood, a pirate captain barking orders from the forecastle. Out of everyone's range but mine.
Maya holds up her hand to frame a distant spot.
The wind toyed with us. I took aim, never thinking I'd make the shot, but then I felt this awareness, like someone out there was aiming me. A cannon blast took me by surprise. I squeezed off a shot, expecting it to fly wide, but the bullet took my target between his eyes.
She traces a circle over her brow.
I don't know if Berath kicked open a door or the Sky Mother held my hand, but that man was meant to die. I've got that same feeling now. Better or worse, I know that Aethys is meant to succeed.
Huh. Time will tell if Aethys getting what he wants is good for the rest of us.
Hope I didn't take the wind out of your sail. Whether or not we can change anything, at least we can say we were there. That's more than most people get.
Be off. Alright, I actually, un momento, I will be right back. This is driving me crazy. I will return. Alright, I'm not happy about it, but I'm back with basically no solution. Fucking face.
I'd be glad to.
Fucking face. Alright, let us head to Hasango. I don't know, I've got this little, like, nubbin on my chin, or, like, my jawline, that felt like it was, like, I don't know, maybe, like, a blackhead, or you know, a pimple or something. But it ain't popping. It ain't coming out, whatever it is. So it just, like, suddenly started driving me. Like, I have this, like, very tactile response system. So if my brain gets triggered on something and I have to touch it, I have to like follow through on whatever it is the thing is. You know, whether it's like scratching or like trying to pop something or trying to like stretch something or crack something or what have you. But okay, so we've got to head up to... We've got to head up to Serpent's Crown to talk to Queen Onikaza. Let's double check and make sure. Yeah, it doesn't say take any particular person. Serpent's Crown. So basically, I'm just trying to like get the next round of storyline progression and access open. We've still got plenty of side quests to do, etc., but we're getting pretty cool. Ooh. Hello, Shodi.
Watcher.
Shodi claps her hands together excitedly. Forgoing nibbling on her bottom lip, she beams you a sunny grin.
Guess what? Now go on and guess, really.
You've had another dream?
Not a god's darned one. And ain't that just it?
Nice. You know what? I didn't catch the name of the city on the way in, but it looks neat. I'm looking forward to exploring it. It looked like it had a couple of districts, so I'm sure we can spend hours and hours here.
I feel so fine. Like I swallowed a star and now I got light bursting from my chest.
Damn. Hours. Hey, actually, no lie, we still have hours worth of content in Nekataka, so don't start that yet, my man.
Can you see it in me? This happiness? It's
I
all
can
on
think of at
account
least
you,
two
Watcher.
like mini dungeons in Nekataka that we haven't done yet. That's great, Shodi.
Everything's different now.
She nods.
The world looks so dang bright, doesn't it? Even at night.
She tips her face up, staring straight into the blazing sun. The lack of nightfall apparently isn't enough of a deterrent to jar her from her thoughts.
The sky goes all glittery with stars. Must be what the gods see when new souls are born.
I don't know. I've got a pretty... I'm relatively well versed in this game. I don't think there's any dungeons in Nekataka that I'm unaware of. But, I mean, if I wasn't aware of them, how the fuck would I know? There's like 30. Get the fuck out of here. Shodi saunters off, sighs with contempt. Nice. I'm glad we have like a nice little resolution to Shodi's scenario there. I guess we can just go up to the second floor. Do we need to report? Guess not. Oif.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Nekataka.
I thought the tribes needed them to come.
Where's my kitties? What other kitty? The boy? The boy has disappeared? Is the boy? Alright.
You return intact. Nagati is not always kind to those who travel upon her domain.
Onikaza touches her brow and nods.
A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say.
She raises her brows at you.
It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there?
Some Naga occupied the colony after Aothis drained the Andra. I let them live.
The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness?
Onikaza thumbs her chin and narrows her eyes.
Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders.
There is a weariness to her thoughts that she doesn't bother to hide.
What of Aothis? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on.
I'm to meet him at the great volcano of Ashen Maw.
If he fears neither ocean nor magma, I wonder that anything can stop him.
Onakaza thumbs her chin and considers.
If Aethys makes for Magrin's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron.
Her brow rises with interest.
Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared for my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati.
But they're saying either they'll destroy Aethys, which, okay, fine, whatever, or Aethys will destroy them. A+. Rathun? I mean, I know what the Rathun are, but let's have her confirm.
The fiery children of Magrin, devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil.
Onakaza props her chin on her fist and looks you up and down.
Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight.
I will, Highness.
If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other.
She sits up straighter and regards you with a level expression.
I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka outlast the storm to come.
What do you need from me?
What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Berath?
Onakaza leans forward and rests her chin on her fist. I know they gave Rawatai no end of trouble in their early advance.
Akira, if you recall history, then you know why I am protective over the guild. My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows.
Eases back, languid and satisfied.
Don't get too cozy, Highness. That false sense of security will get you into trouble.
Maya crosses her arms.
Akira, I would not want your employers to think me easy prey.
Onakaza purses her lips at Maya.
This reminds me. I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nakaro Atoll.
In 2758, Rawatai encroached on Huana lands and made an enemy of the Wahaki tribe. The bloody conflict came to a head at Nakara Atoll, where Rawatai's warships decimated the tribal force. In the aftermath, the Huana crown dispatched water shapers to sink Rawatai's most prized vessel, the Tenets of Iron, as a reprisal and a demonstration of power. Aha. Nice. She snaps her fingers and nods to an attendant who scurries off. Sounds like a kind gesture.
Akira, you think so? I am counting on the Hazanui seeing through my condolences.
Onakaza smiles to herself.
While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka.
Pit your strongest water wizards against their weight in iron and black powder, Highness. We can end this quickly.
Akira, and how long will this contest last in open water?
Onakaza tuts at Maya before shifting her focus back to you.
Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Mairu, but she does not answer my summons.
Onakaza looks out on her city, her hand squeezes down on the armrest. Do you think something is wrong?
It is too early to grow a forest from this coconut, but I would not dispatch you if I felt at ease. The guild can suffer no setbacks. If Mairu shirks her duties, Her queen would know the reason.
She stares off into the distance and sighs, her gaze unfixed.
Nagati, do not abandon us now.
Onikaza turns her gaze back to you and flinches. This was not a thought she intended to share.
Yes?
Nice. Alright, sweet. Let's talk to Onikaza one more time.
A guest is always welcome, I say.
Nice. You've been in my head since we first met.
Ah, Akira. But listen how the Watcher flatters me.
Onikaza chuckles to herself and shares a smile with the attendants in earshot. When her gaze swivels back to you, a presence like a storm cloud settles over your
I
thoughts.
cannot plant a seed in untilled soil. Akira, I want for there to be trust between us.
She raises her eyebrows to make sure you're paying attention.
The trading companies send spies to every corner of the mountain. I say there are places they cannot go.
Masked beneath a casual gesture of scratching her cheek, Onikaza taps the side of her head. I understand, Highness.
But you did not climb all the way up the mountain to pay compliments, I say.
Feel a slight tug as the mental connection breaks, for now. Onikaza settles back in her chair and nods to you, her eyes straying to her attendants only briefly. Why do you put up with the trading companies?
Because we are the shrub in the shadow of an old growth.
Onikaza looks away and sighs through her nose.
Even the gods may protest, but this city blooms from the wealth of foreigners. Aruihi would have me force them back to their ships. I say it is better to feed my allies under a single roof.
Alright, Sun King. I think we're done. I mean, I would be super, super involved if we were going Hawana, but we're not going Hawana, so... It's probably best for me to avoid getting cozy with Onikaza or Aruihi, because I'm going to be more inclined to feel bad when I betray them. Alright, let's level up Shodi real quick. Okay... Spell resistance is probably a quick and option. Partial caster, quick summon. Nope. Spell resistance, honestly, I think, is just the way to go. We could go tough instead, but innervating blows could be okay. Weakens. I think innervating blows would be really good if she was like crit, but she's not crit. She doesn't have a good way to be crit. I think honestly, Swift. Like, a monk rogue would be fucking dope. Like, holy shit, a monk rogue would be dope. So I think actually just spell resistance is probably the best play here.
Yes?
Okay, so... everyone is 17 except for Aloth. He's very close.
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very close. And I'm willing to bet that... yeah, heading to... yeah, Shadow under Nekataka. Speaking with Guildmaster Myru, we want to bring... we want to bring Takehu. So, I think it's probably time to head down to... basically leave. So what we're going to do, I think... I've been thinking about this for a while. Is I think we are going to... I don't know. Like, we're gonna put a hard save here. Save shadows. We're gonna swap in the other team. They're fucking 15. Holy shit. I bet they level, like, immediately. And now we have a wooden mage. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. So now we have the two quests that we have. The two things that we kind of want. Oh, three things. So we have Shadow under Negataka that we want to take care of with Takehu. We have Dirty Laundry that we want to take care of with Palagina. And then we have the Eulogy for the Dead / Symbols of Death that we want to take care of with Seraphim. Eulogies of the Dead doesn't require anyone in particular. So we definitely want this team, but it's basically a question of, do I want Maya in the party to risk Takehu getting pissed off? And I think we're just gonna chance it. So let's head to Pariki's Overlook. We're gonna do Shadows under Nekataka first. We're gonna do Takehu's first, and then we'll work our way over. We'll hit the bathhouse for Britze, and then we'll head over to the stair for the Temple of Berath. Yeah, we got levels on everybody. Here we go. Here we go. What do we got? Sleight of hand, streetwise, easy peasy, barbarian or cipher. Probably, I would say improved critical. That's an assumption, though. Probably be taking penetrating visions. So this is, I hate this because this is basically good for the charm effects, but I think not for much else. See, this is versus fortitude. That's versus will. Borrowed instinct is versus. That's versus fortitude. We didn't even take anything there. That's versus will. That's versus will. So okay, so that would actually affect a couple of hours. We could toss body attunement over something like Wild Leech. That could be interesting. And go for will stuff specifically. That might not be a bad idea, honestly. So I don't want to get too involved in the whole like critical scenario because we don't have a very good set of, like, he's not crit geared, you know, so he's not going to do a very good job critting. So maybe we go Empty Soul. Mind Plague, Dazed and Confused. Dazed is pretty good, Confused is pretty good. We talked about getting this. Maybe we do that. Do Empty Soul. Let's go ahead and take that for now. Might end up respecking him into that kind of situation. Take Pelagina real quick. Hers, I think, will probably be... Love you too. You heading out? Going to hang out with Rachel? Alright, have fun. Be safe. Be you. Love you. Oh, this is level 16. Oh. Shit. I don't really know that we care too terribly much about this level. Honestly. think maybe we just take like improved critical here. Because none of these are super good. We can't force people to disengage from us. So I think we just take improved critical. And now, Virtuous Triumph, unlike on our main character is a tank, so Virtuous Triumph is not going to be very useful on him because he's not getting kills. But on Pallegina, she absolutely can get kills. She slaps, so we really didn't take Retribution. It's only on next attack, so yeah. I mean, I get it. Probably still would have taken it. It's honestly probably more worth than taking Deep Faith for the potential DPS bonus. Anyways, yeah, I think we take Virtuous Triumph. Good there. Sure. I think actually I say sure, but I think actually we needed that. Yeah. S-Stock, yeah. +2 penetration with S-Stock weapons. That brings her penetration up to 15. Ooh. Damn. Now, she is very not defensive, but like she can fucking slap with this weapon. Absolutely. Alright, very cool. Takehu, level. Okay. Takehu coming in here, coming in hot. I am somewhat interested in trying out Old Seek instead of doubling up on Ancient Memory. So I might actually try that with Takehu. Is there anything that... There's anything that I'm like, ooh, I'd rather use this. I kind of like Evil Turned Away, honestly. I mean, we have not one foe. Basically, Chain Lightning. I think we take Old Seek. Okay, what do we got over here? Martial Caster, Quick Summoner. Not really interested in either of those. We've got Rot Skulls. No. Conjure Greater Blight actually could be good. I don't know if this is even useful or not. I think actually I might legitimately be more interested in Conjure Greater Blight. Like, I don't like Lesser Blight. I kind of... Okay, we did drop... No. We have Lesser Blight. Ugh. It's regular Blight I'm okay with. Greater Blights are actually really nice. They're pretty useful for late game fights, getting extra bodies in there. So, I'll actually take that. Buckler. Okay. Up to the Water Shapers Guild. Bad shit has happened here. Odie buddy boy.
What happened here?
That is a good question, Takehu.
Of course.
Speaking of the Naga.
Indeed.
Go no further. There is a situation in the guild hall.
The water shaper glances over his shoulder, his chest rising and falling with deep breaths.
What say? Where is Myru?
Takehu's brow creases with concern.
For what did Nagati send you but to lend your strength?
He nods and claps Takehu on the shoulder.
All is under control, I say. But the building is closed until Myru cleans up the mess below.
He thumbs over to the blocked stairwell. Onakaza sent me to speak with Myru. What is happening?
Nothing beyond the likes of us, I say.
His exhaustion breaks under a proud grin.
Naga swam in from the waterways of our sanctum. We pressed back until they fled underground. Then Myru gathered her forces for a stand at Pariki's tomb. I am to guard the staircase while she routs the last of them. Kira, but Myru is fierce for her years.
It grimaces as another deep rumble shakes the earth under your feet.
Snakes could not have caused that tremor.
Kira, we felt the quakes even before the serpent showed up.
Ikenu nods and wipes a bit of dust from the ceiling rafters off his shoulders. Why are they attacking the guild?
I do not know. With great purpose, they throw their bodies back to Rikuhu's bowels. I say, this is personal. They strike with anger, not conviction.
He turns his arm and studies a shallow wound. Why haven't you summoned help from the queen?
We are water shapers. Onakaza knows we can walk over a few snakes.
You guys are dumb. I would have half the freaking city in here by this point.
Myru, though. I say she would not turn down reinforcements.
What's causing those tremors?
Not snakes, I say.
Ikenu frowns, worrying the back of his head.
Unless they brought a battering ram.
I hope Myru leaves something for me.
I say you will have to run fast. She could cut through Naga like a harpoon through blubber. I will remain and dispatch any snakes who slither past you. Good hunting.
Ikenu nods and touches his brows. There are a half dozen adepts here that are dead. You're taking this situation way too lightly. Absolutely, the queen should have been brought into this. I think the queen probably would have had half the damn city in here too.
What if we hear?
I admit it is beyond my expertise, but this looks unwell.
Okay. The stone door is sealed shut. A few engraved symbols stand out among the other carvings and inscriptions. Apart from that, you find no evident means of opening the way. Faded inscription is nestled among the elaborate stone carvings. She's too fucking far away. Christ.
No orders?
Read the inscription. Juana ruins decorate the stone entrance. Ingati would not have gifted her chosen people a watery covenant unless they persisted in deserving it. This sanctum is a covenant of our making. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion will open the way. Hariki, master of the guild. I remember! I had forgotten what the fuck was in here. I remember now. Oh. Ooh.
Still as a pond.
Oh, think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
God damn. Ooh. Once again, the burb is turned off. Okay, is he casting? He's casting. No, do not cast the Lesser Blight, you numbnuts. Do that. Let's do that. Do that. That's
This doesn't usually happen. I swear.
damn. Holy shit! I just Seraphin just mollywopped that guy. 71 damage. Holy shit. Oh, I rolled 100. That's a natural 100 there, baby. Holy fuck. God damn. Penetration of 22 versus 6. Holy fuck balls, Batman. God damn. Woo! That's intense.
No help here.
Let's go ahead and attack that guy, man.
Death take. It is no use.
This does not agree with me.
Oh, I didn't change his thing. Remember to change that. Can I? No, I cannot.
Oh, good.
This does not work.
Me too.
Alright, we have moved into some issues. We're gonna try this. We're also going to make sure we have some healing happening.
Still got it.
Let's smash this. Okay, and I think probably getting that bouncing would be pretty good.
It's no use.
Yeah. Go ahead and full. I'm doing my thing. Did. Blind.
See, me too.
Nice.
See, me too.
Death take. It is no use. I cannot.
Sucking cur.
No. Cannot do that.
No, I need you to go over there. Okay, so second one. Way more focused here. We smash this boy. Nice. Ooh, 66. Holy shit. Crits. Crits, 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 crits. God damn crits, man. Pretty nice.
At once.
Oh, good.
Still got it.
Do I still have... I do not. Okay.
You be owing me that drink, Maya.
Just like that.
I'm no help here.
My inside. It's burn. Mother. It makes no difference.
Oh, good. Try a different position.
Been poisoned. Captain, I've got this, Captain.
This will not do.
Yours to command, Captain. The pleasure is mine.
Just
Nice.
Are you even trying?
I am ready.
Ixiano.
Stand together!
Good shit.
Oh, good.
Come on.
Man. Oof. Some of these characters do the fucking damage now. Like, holy
Makes no
shit.
difference.
Damn. That's some nasty damage.
At once.
I think this group isn't even like... They're not eating... They don't have razorfin or whatever.
Not a sound.
Oh, a curse on all snakes.
What did you find, Ishi?
The Guildmaster lifts her gaze to meet yours, her eyes struggling to focus. She has been slashed and stabbed numerous times, and her robes are soaked red with blood.
Myru. Oh, gods, but look what they've done to you.
Kehu covers his mouth with both hands as he surveys her injuries.
Peace, Kehu. I gave back 10 times what I took. Too many, even for me.
She sputters on a mouthful of blood, but still manages a red-rimmed smile. Onakaza sent me to find you, but I think you need a healer first.
No time for that, I say.
She waves you off, grimacing.
You are too stubborn to die, old shark.
His voice wavers as a fresh gout of blood seeps between Myru's fingers.
For once, Kehu, just listen.
He raises a steady hand to cover his trembling one.
The rod of the deep. Ugh, I've lost it. Taken. You'll need to...
Myru coughs, spitting up blood. For every word she struggles to voice, her breath gets progressively shallower.
Find the rod. Get through the stone door by the entrance.
Stop exerting yourself or you'll bleed out. We'll go. I'll find the rod. Just try and stay with me.
Wards. Failing. Hurry. Before it escapes.
Myru gives you a bleary look as her focus begins to slip away. You're already gone. Find peace in the Bana.
Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens.
She wheezes as she struggles to get the words out. Doesn't sound like she's even addressing you any longer. The Guildmaster's eyes glaze over, and she falls silent.
Myru? Myru?
The Kehu takes her by the shoulder and shakes, gently at first, and then harder. At last he stops, pulling away and bringing his hands up to clutch his brow.
Ngati. She's dead.
We still don't know why this is happening.
Myru told us to seek a rod and a door. A vague plea, I say, but I would honor her last wish.
He touches his brow, sighing. Strange last words.
The words of Pariki's devotion, I say. An old prayer to Ngati.
That's what we need to get through the door. Takehu furrows his brow.
It must have meant something to her.
Let's go. There's nothing we can do for her.
Akira, the others will see to her once we've cleaned up the last of this mess.
Takehu regards Myru's corpse one last time before turning away. Hey, I was gonna say, we're a guild master. We can just, you know.
Send an heavy bullet, our cap.
A guild master. We're a watcher.
The wheel. How it tugs at me. Akira. And how bright you look.
Myru's attention snaps towards a distant speck of light, but she shakes it off to remain in the moment.
At least in death, I can complete a thought.
She grimaces down at her swiftly diminishing body.
My rod and the words of Pariki's devotion will open the way to the inner sanctum, past the sealed door.
Myru closes her eyes and concentrates.
Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching.
Myru opens her eyes again. She nods as her form grows indistinct.
You must strengthen the wards, no matter what it tells you.
Maybe. What is that supposed to mean? Her mouth moves again, emitting no sound. As she fades from sight, she raises her hand to point towards the entrance of the sanctum. She reaches to touch Takehu's cheek, but of course her hand drifts through his skin. He shivers, touched by a passing breeze.
A light's foot and an heavy bullet, our cap.
This statue depicts an Amawa woman, her hand extended and grasping at the air. An eroded plaque sits by her feet. Something about the statue calls out to you, the echo of a fractured soul that tarried in this place for long and thoughtful years. You feel victory tinged by grief and regret. Inspect the lingering soul. Your vision bobs with the motion of the sea. You stand aboard the deck of swift winds, where your mates share bemused, self-congratulatory glances as they work. One of them claps you on your back with approval. You step back and aim a reproachful look at your mate, however friendly his intent. You know there will be time for reprieve when you're squared away in Nekataka. Something cuts through the water to your port side, an enormous shape just beneath the waves. Someone shouts that the winds have turned in your favor at last. This is followed by an enthusiastic cheer among the crew. You don't share their mirth. Eyes to the horizon, I say. You bring home a mighty gift, though it takes an unusual form, one that you pray to Ngati you are able to keep in check. The vision dissipates, and your land legs reassert themselves. Attempt to read the plaque. The words are much eroded and water damaged, but a few choice snippets of phrases stand out with clarity. Pariki, lure and hunter, cross the leg of and back again, membered for cunning deal, Laphis. May her rest Ilti's soul, freedom. Nothing else about the plaque stands out as remarkable.
This is the tomb of Periki. Such disrepair, I say.
Takehu tuts and sighs. Hold her hand. You grasp her hand with tenderness. At first, nothing happens. Then a tiny droplet of water forms at the corner of her eye and rolls down her cheek, dripping onto the floor. Wipe away the tear. You reach out and draw your thumb down the statue's cheek, wiping away the trail of moisture. For a moment, the stone feels soft to the touch.
Of course.
Exceptional scale armor.
Still as a pond. What did you think? She?
Black Pearl. Yoy.
Happily. think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard?
Fucking hey. Ugh. Okay.
Careful.
Start immediately with this. Start. Fine. Start. I would start with that. You, I need to actually.
Just like that.
Nothing I can do.
Right between the eyes.
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
Interesting.
This does not work.
Okay. Our Earth Blight is facing off against an Ice Blight. Man, they're just blighting up. Holy shit, that's not gonna be good. Okay, we've got Spirit Frenzy. Just want to try to smash this guy.
Perfecto!
Okay, we want to turn around and do this, I think. Nature's Balm. Nice. Ah! Do they have to have the totem to summon out of? Ooh, kill that fucking
Just
other
like
totem.
that.
Please and thank you.
That's the stuff.
Can you destroy this guy, please?
It is no use.
That's pretty good. Oh shit. Okay, job done.
Oh, that were a beaut.
Stand together!
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
There we go.
Speak next time.
Oh, good.
Alright, I'm basically unperturbed at this point. Our backline's no longer under huge threat. Their summoners are basically unable to do what they were doing anymore, and we can just basically Shrek whatever we want to at this point.
What can I do?
Pretty much all good.
Right between the eyes.
Hold up.
That's embarrassing.
Nice.
Stand
Can't get a clean hit. Just like
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
Pretty freaking robust duder.
Right between the eyes.
Really? Fucking Flame Naga Marauder decides to just run up on Takehu. Oh, I forgot this is a named.
Death to those who... It is no use. I cannot get through.
You were saying?
Perfecto!
Oof! God damn. Oh my goodness, that pop! Very nice. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
You were saying? Not a problem, Captain.
Okay, Rod of the Deep Hunter. This unassuming length of driftwood hums with power, and waves of energy seem to break against its surface with the relentless pressure of the tides. The copper is well preserved despite its age, and it pulls with an invisible force like the tug of a dowsing rod. And we also have a torque of it. The tunnel descends sharply into the murky waters. There's no telling just how deep it goes. Okay. So this is one of those dungeons that I was talking about earlier, by the way. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm going to save free big boy. In case the decisions that we decide to do aren't happenings. Touch the door with the Rod of the Deep Hunter. The door reacts at once. A stone panel shifts aside to reveal a circular dial engraved with symbols. This would appear to be a locking mechanism requiring a precise combination. Study the symbols around the dial. Brushing aside a layer of dust reveals a circular dial with pictographs. Though you could not guess their relevance or relation to each other, you recognize the symbols themselves. The first is a full moon, its light beaming down on Aora. Next is a Huana symbol of Andra, classically depicted with the head of an anglerfish in her aspect as Ngati. The next is a pair of hands reaching out for each other, their fingertips just barely making contact. The last is the rain, falling powerfully and inexorably. Read the inscription. Begin to manipulate the dial. I don't remember what her fucking thing was.
Indeed.
Perhaps... Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well into tears as constant rain, but the moon's skyward surface continues apace. Lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. So, Ngati, moon, rain, moon, fingers.
Happily.
Begin to manipulate the dial. Counterclockwise. Press the dial. 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 Boom! You hear clattering and whirring as the dial recedes into the door. There's a low rumble as the doorway opens inward, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel beyond. Puzzling good. Leave. Save.
Indeed.
Head through the passage. This door opens into a lightless passage. Moisture clings to the rock walls, and stalactites hang down like fangs. Travel through the passage. The air beyond the passage is humid, reeking of stagnant water and something else, something old, which raises the hairs on the back of your neck. As you take your first step, an ear-splitting roar rises in volume and echoes down the passage. shaking loose the surrounding rock. Go through anyway. You navigate the dark, narrow tunnel, pressing your shoulders together to fit the passage. And we find a dragon. And we will have to convene with this dragon on the next video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time for some dragons. I love getting into... This game is great. It's the low-level stuff is all fun, etc., etc. But now we're getting into big shit, and I'm like, ooh. You know? See you next time. Bye, everybody.